god damn did they blitz through this, and I mean blitz through the content of the manga in this episode. So we already get to see 2 stand users. One of the fights conclude in this episode, and that is the Tower of Grey. I've got to say, what for 13, since I have read the manga and stuff, so I think it was better for them to actually do this like this. I actually really thoroughly enjoyed the first half of this episode as they just went through this, and it's like, yeah, the Tower of Grey was a little bit slow in the manga, I felt a little bit, but they just blitzed through it, and I was like, okay, this is a really dope fight. They're making this shit look awesome when they're on the plane, and they find out that there's a huge, like, rhinoceros stag beetle is just there, and it's ripping people's tongues out, and it's like writing in the wall, massacre, and turns out this is the Tower of Grey, and that this is the same one that caused like 300 deaths in England on like a plane. This is some magic. It caused like a lot of tragedies, and surprisingly, when we found the stand user himself, he actually doesn't have a butt. He's just a psychopath that he's willing to do anything for Dio. And I like that, you know, our newest member, Kakyoin, he decides to take on with the head of Green. I mean, JoJo, this thing was so fast that even Jotaro could not even punch this thing. He was doing the, you know, beating the shit out of it, and he couldn't even touch it. Same thing with Kakyoin. Like, when he was doing Emerald Splash, he just kept spamming that move, and that was not doing anything. And it's like, even this thing like fucked up Kakyoin's like freaking lip and all that, it's like really messy stuff. Even like there was a lot of censoring in this episode, which it gets me more excited because this gives me another reason to rewatch it and see the Blu-rays, because they're going to be uncensored as fuck, and I'm really looking forward to that because I love violence. And when we see, you know, when freaking he gets fucked up by Kakyoin, like he uses like the bandages, or I think say the bandages sort of Herathon Green, and just rips this thing to shit. I mean, you see the stand user, which was one of the old men, he just, oh, it was really gory. When he's like, you're gonna die, as he kills like all the planes, people like that, and you see blood coming out everywhere. They had to censor the hell out of him. But when they find out, they're like, oh, we arrived on Hong Kong, like, because like the plane took them from there, and it's like, they're like, fuck, we're here. It's like, we need to get to Cairo. And actually, surprisingly, since they had 15 days, they're really worried for like, you know, Jotaro's mother, and they're saying, you know, well, there is something going around the world in 80 days, and it's like, well, with Cairo, we can pretty much get there, but we're gonna have to go by either land or sea, since they cannot take that risk. Like, they don't want to hurt any innocent along the way, like with what happened on the plane. So they decide to either go by boat or land, but they're certainly intrigued by a certain French fellow like that, who I'm looking forward to. He's a fucking dope guy. I mean, the opening spoils something about him. It does, which I'm a little bit, you know, I'm fine with it either way. I mean, yeah, other people might be a little bit annoyed about that since they hadn't read the manga like me or seen the ODAs, but I'm looking forward to what this guy can do. Won't say what his name is, but it showed in this episode that his stand's name is still the Chariot, and that it has a very sharp sword, and that it's very fast, and it can actually deal with Abdul's fire. And it seems like it's going to be an Abdul versus this new French guy as well. So what do you think about this episode? What you like? You looking forward to this new guy, seeing what you can do? This stand, like still the Chariot. Also, as well, what do you think of Kakyoin showing that he wants to be a member of the team, repping the shit out of that Tower of Grey? And then also, as well, we think about little Abdul's time to shine now in next week's episode. I'm looking forward to it, and I've got to say, I'm actually getting really addicted now to the opening and also as well the ending. I don't know why it isn't that roundabout, but I just can't help but like just hum a bit after like the ending go, just to see the preview. It's actually pretty interesting, like, and kind of like cool song. But for this episode, I'll definitely give this one an 8. Yep, they blitzed through some stuff. Yeah, the animation wasn't looking that swanky as it did, you know, like last couple of weeks, but that's still actually a really good, enjoyable episode. But let me know what you think in the comment sections down below. But that's all me. I want to thank you for watching. As always, remember, I'll see you guys